Hey guys, Melissa here. I'm going to get right to it in today's video. I'm going to show you how I make jump rings with square wire. This was a request from a comment in my cha-cha necklace video, so I figured I'd quick show you. I'm going to make some 8mm jump rings here. So this dowel here is an 8mm dowel. I'm going to use that. Sometimes you get your wire on a spool. Here's some square wire on a spool. Sometimes it's straight, sometimes it comes out a little cockeyed. My square 18 gauge wire came in a coil. Sometimes my square wire is, coiled straight, sometimes it's a little cockeyed. So before you make your jump rings, you gotta straighten it out a bit. You can do that with a polishing cloth or some nylon jaw pliers, and then pull out your square wire as straight as possible, so when you make your rings, it doesn't twist on you. You can also use a polishing cloth. This coil has a natural bend to it, so that's the direction I'm going to bend my jump rings. And that's the trick, trying to keep your coil straight while you're coiling around the dowel. Try to keep everything as straight as possible. Let me raise this up a bit. See, I have a flat edge down on my dowel here. I'm going to get it started with a couple inches or so on one side. Flathead pliers help a lot too, to keep the flat edges straight. See, this is already twisting on me. It's a little tricky. Once you get it anchored, and slowly start twisting here, making sure your flat edges stay flat. You might have to adjust your coil as well as you're going. Kind of have to do it up in the air. If your wire is really getting twisty, you might have to stop and straighten out some more wire before you move on. Mine's going pretty good here. It's staying pretty straight. But I'm coiling it slow and steady here. I want to make a little cha-cha bracelet and earrings to match the necklace I made. So stay tuned for that in the upcoming weeks. Make sure to subscribe. So I'm not quite sure. I haven't figured out how many I need yet. I'm figuring I'll make about 40 or 50, maybe 40. Slowly but surely. Keeping everything straight and in line. Just a few more turns and I'll call it good. All right, take it off my dowel, give it a snip. Just like any other jump rings, you just kind of go through and snip them apart. And here comes the tedious part. So since I use flush cutters, I'm going to have to go through and flush cut all my rings, because flush cutting makes a straight edge and an angled edge, but I want both my edges to line up. So I go through and do that. It actually doesn't take too long, but it can get kind of monotonous. You can do them ahead of time or you can do them as you go. I do a little of both. If I get bored and tired of doing this, I'll stop and then I'll do them as I go as well. It's up to you. Alright guys, that's it for me. I hope you learned something today. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.